So the five-time draft dodger was at Arlington Cemetery today doing a memorial service for the 13 brave soldiers who were killed in Afghanistan 3 years ago. So my question is, there's only three families here. Where are the other 10? Why is this the first year that we're seeing this done? So, and who's this lady in a wheelchair? I don't know if she's related to some of the other soldiers or what, but it was interesting seeing an amputee and a woman in a wheelchair there for the photo op, seeing as Trump has been criticized repeatedly for saying that he didn't want disabled people around him. I don't get it. Why are these families allowing Donald Trump to use their loved one's death as a political prop? Somebody explain it to me. Because everybody keeps saying, oh, why wasn't Joe Biden there? I don't think Joe Biden was invited. It looks like it was a family affair. And they only invited Republicans and Trump, so no Democrats were there. What is this? Is this the only pose that he knows? So they want to blame Biden and point the finger at Kamala Harris, but let's talk some facts. It was Donald Trump and his administration that set the May 1st deadline to get all the troops out. It was Donald Trump who took the troop numbers down to 2,500. It was Donald Trump and his administration that refused to brief the incoming Biden administration, so that they didn't have any idea what was going on. It was Donald Trump who invited the Taliban to Camp David. It was Donald Trump who released 5,000 Taliban soldiers, and one of them ended up being the leader of Afghanistan when all this happened. Like, if you're more upset about this than you are this, you might be one of the useful donuts. And I'd also like to remind everybody that's holding these 13 soldiers' deaths over the heads of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris about the 4 soldiers that we lost under Donald Trump in Niger. Let's start with the fact that Trump didn't say anything about the soldiers for 2 weeks. Donald Trump stopped going to Dover Air Force Base to receive the bodies of our fallen soldiers, so he wasn't even there when these 4 heroes were brought home. And why is it that we don't hear Republicans talking about all the failures that led to those 4 soldiers being killed and ambushed? I guess when it's a pregnant black widow, they don't want to hear those stories. The widow of Army Sergeant David Johnson said that she was very angry about President Donald Trump's condolence phone call and upset because she says he struggled to remember her husband's name. So I guess if you just remain silent, that's better than anything Biden's done. And in closing, Trump does not respect our military. He doesn't respect families like mine. He doesn't respect veterans like my wife and I. I mean, listen to what he said about John McCain.
I supported him. He lost. He let us down. But, he lost. So I never liked him as much after that because I don't like losers. But Frank, let me get to it. He hit me. He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Do you agree with that?
He's a war hero because he was captured.
I like presidential candidates who actually serve in the military and don't dodge the draft. I like presidential candidates who actually had members of their family serve in the military and, lost their son related to military serving. Matter of fact, let's have a look at what Republicans do when they take away or vote against legislation for us vets. Just fist bumping away. So this was not some official event that a bunch of Democrats dipped out on. It was a campaign event for Donald Trump, and a bunch of people ran with it and made it into something it wasn't. So you can try and project and spin and lie as much as you want, but the reality is that Donald Trump's track record with veterans speaks volumes. And the fact that 3 or 4 of the families from those 13 fallen soldiers allows him and the Republican Party to use them as their political prop, it's just disgusting. Like, I understand you lost a loved one, but come on. So I'm voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz because, they aren't felons and frauds and abusers and liars.